Okay, now we brought the logo in and we're going to put the text in. One of the things I'm noticing about the layout that Professor Solis and I had decided upon was that when I decided to put the heading in and the type that's going to go on the bottom, there's not much space for it. So I'm actually going to have to move some of this up. So let me move that up real quick. I have these all selected and I'm going to just move these up a little. Okay, and then I'm going to go to this one down here, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to enlarge this scale. Let's enlarge this up. Move that over. I could probably move it up a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So that gives us a little bit more space. Let me move that down a little more. And now I'm going to bring the logo that we had just brought in and bring that down here so we have a little bit more space. Okay, so now the text. All this text is actually going to be written out in a little page in Canvas, all the details. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the headline. So the headline is the main text, usually at the top or somewhere in the middle. The text usually works like this. You go to your text tool, which is right here. You click on the text tool, and we just want to use the horizontal type tool only, and we're going to click anywhere. And usually when you click, you get this Laura Ibsen, and that's just dummy copy. It's just any copy. As soon as it's typed out with whatever the foreground color is, which is right here. So when this actually is going to be black because, sorry, it's going to be right here. It says black. So I want to change this to white because it's not going to look right in black here. I'm going to need white. So I'm going to go over here, click on this, and go to white. Right, that's the first thing I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is there is up here in your control panel at the top, there is a little character box. So I'm going to bring that character box open, and we are going to set this up to be Helvetica. Helvetica. And it can be bold or it can be Helvetica regular. Right? The next thing is, if you notice right here, mine is set up, and I don't know if yours is, with tracking. So this is called tracking. This tracking should be 0. It's very important that that's also called kerning, that the type is close together. And this is actually not even that close together. I still have to type out what I want to put. The next thing is you are required to have your heading as 20 point. So 20 point, Helvetica bold or Helvetica regular. So that's the size that is supposed to be. And there it is. And now we have to, if you want to select this text again, see I just selected and I'm out of it. If I want to select this text again, I can just go to the layer, click twice on the layer, and there it is. And now I can type out exactly what I want to say. So my tagline is going to be about a fundraiser. So this says, click twice on it, pancakes at Denny's will help save a fox. Okay, so that's going to be my phrase. I'm going to maneuver this over. I'm going to put it somewhere up in here. I don't want to put it too high up to the top because it's too far away from everything that's going on here. And I don't want to put it too close to this or over top of it. So I want it somewhere in the middle. And some of you might even have really short phrases like imagine or nature or something like that. And so you can have a phrase that's just 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, or you can have a sentence. And I'm having a sentence. Pancakes at Denny's will help save a fox. And that's going to make people think like, what are they talking about? What do you mean pancakes at Denny's will help save a fox? So then you have this written out, text typed out, 20 point, Helvetica bold. And now we're going to make another group of text and we're going to put that down here at the bottom. So I'm going to click and it remembers the last group of type that I already started to type out with. So it remembers Helvetica bold and in 20 point. So I'm going to come down here. I don't want this to be 20 point. Remember, if I want to select this text and retype this out, I go to the text in the layer box and layer panel, and I click twice on it. Don't try to select the text by going to the text tool and trying to select it. You probably could do it, but sometimes you get it wrong and you do this kind of thing. I'll show you. You're like, oh, I'm trying to select it, and then all of a sudden you get a new group of text. So it's a good idea. Let's get out of this and step back. Okay, click twice on the layer right here. And then let's type this out. This is going to be a long one because mine's actually pretty long because I'm trying to tie in the whole entire image with the foxtail sanctuary. So this says Sunday, June 28th is Save a Fox Day. Period. Okay, so I'm losing some of my text here. One of the reasons is that it's aligned to the right. I want to align to the left. So as I'm typing this, you'll notice up here in the panel at the top, there is a line to the left, there's center, and the line to the right. So I'm going to align this to the left just so that I can have most of my text in here for now. And the next thing is my text is going to be not 20 point. Instead, it's going to be 12 point. It's really important that the type is 12 point text with 14 point leading. So, oops, 12 point text, 14 point leading. That's right in here. So when in graphic design we say 12 over 14. That's what we call it. So I already typed that out. Click twice on it. I have more text to put in here. So okay, it's supposed to be capital here. Save a Fox Day. In collaboration, I'm going to do this as a collaboration. I'm going to push return. I'm going to change it. Denny's and Fox Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Having a fundraiser. So I'm going to change this a little bit. Go to Fox Sanctuary.com for more information on how you can help. So you could see I did too much of it. So I need to click in here, push return. There it is. So, okay, so this says now in 12 point, Helvetica bold, Sunday, June 28th is Save a Fox Day. Denny's and Fox Sanctuary is having a fundraiser. Go to foxsanctuary.com for more information on how you can help. Okay, so I want this to be flush right or align right. I want it to go the opposite way because currently it doesn't align with this. So let's zoom out a little bit. All right, and I'm going to click twice on this, and I'm going to flush or align to the right. There we go. Everything's kind of aligned there. So what this did is it actually told me to go to a certain place. It told me to take some kind of action. Now when I look at this, I think, you know, that logo is actually a little too big. So we're going to make that a little smaller. So I'm going to go to the logo and I'm going to scale this down, go under transform and scale. Let's get this down a little bit. That's a little too big. There we go. We don't want the logo to be too big. All right, and then we're going to bring this in. So that would be your ad. Now, what you could do here is if your ad, if the text is not really popping, you can also provide apply a little drop shadow to this. You want to make sure when you do the drop shadow that you don't use the default, that you adjust it and make it really, really subtle and also blur it out. So let's try it out. So in the panels, layer panels, we're going to go to this little effect down here called Effect, Add Layer Style. And if you notice, there is an option that says Drop Shadow. Okay, and this pops up. So when this pops up, you'll be able to see, so you have to push the preview option. So there's the preview option. So let's take a look because it's right down at the bottom. Oops, we can't see it. So that's applying to the wrong one. Hold on. Okay. We want it to apply to this one. So we'll go to drop shadow. There we go. And here's the opacity. We'll make that, see, you can see how it's getting really dark. The other thing too is that the size, the default, the size usually you see the drop shadow, but what I like to do is I like to bring the size up a little bit so that the drop shadow is so subtle and it's so soft you can barely see a drop shadow. You don't want to have a drop shadow that looks like this where you see the actual shadow and it's the same shape as the type. You want it to be really, really soft. So that's where size comes in. So you bring the size up a little bit. And then you can play around with the opacity. And the higher the opacity, the darker the shadow. The lower the opacity, the lighter the shadow. And so if we just do a little preview just to take a look, you can see this is how it looks before and this is how it looks after. So it's really, it's allowing the type to pop a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. Nice job, Professor Solis. And then this one down here, same thing. Oh, we have a little line there we have to adjust. But for now, let's work on this one. So this one's the Sunday, right? All right, so let's apply a drop shadow to this. And the drop shadow is pretty subtle. If we hide it, you can see it's really making it pop, so that's good. And then lastly, I just want to refine that last little piece right here. See where it is. Looks like it's a shape somewhere. Can't quite find it. Might be in here. Nope. Oh, there it is. It's on that one. Okay, so I'm going to put a little mask on here and I'm going to erase this part. I just want to fix this up. Put a mask on this one. There we go. That line was a little distracting. Okay, so now what we have is we have our ad, and the ad looks pretty good. There it is. Pancakes at Denny's will help save a fox, and Foxtail Sanctuary is having this fundraiser, and here is the ad for it. Okay, thank you.